Yeah, all right, let's call this meeting to order. I'll take a quick roll here. Commissioner Iverson,
Present.
Commissioner Morris,
Muted. He's present.
okay, he indicated he's here by his hand raising. So with three of the five members of the commission present, we have a quorum. At this point, I'll turn it over to Armin to go over the financials.
All right. Thank you, Commissioner. I'd like to start out just by apologizing that we have to have this additional meeting, but as usual, I will not take up much of your time. As you guys can see, if you looked at the financials, we are having another record-breaking year. We have, in the third quarter, have already surpassed our total sales last year. And in fact, we are at year end, so we are looking at just under 148 million in sales for the year. So yeah, it's incredible, and we're up around 30%. We have been all year, so great year. But I'll get down and we'll go through the numbers here. If I could have everybody turn to page 2 or look on the screen. Know the actual financials. All right. We'll start out with a statement of net position. In the little section on the top, we have current assets of 9,667,000. These are roughly 800,000 higher than last year at this time. And as you can see, the main difference is just our receivable. That's just due to higher sales and the timing of our weekly sweeps based on when the month ends or quarter ends. A little farther down, you'll see some changes in this section. We have non-current assets of 2,093,000. This is an increase of 907,000 compared to last year. And two main reasons for the increase is we purchased 3 new vehicles this year versus last year. And of course, the big section in the middle is our GASB 87, which requires us to put the net present value of our lease, regardless of how long it is, if it's 20 years, whatever, we have to put it on the books now. So you will not see that from last year, but it's in there this year. It's our leases are still an operating expense. We just have to show the future benefit that we have for the right to use this building. Current liabilities down in the middle, we have 9,847,000. This is an increase of 851,000 compared to last year. Several differences. We have the lease payable, which I just spoke to. Our prizes payable went up and our transfer obligation went up. There was an increase in our lease payable of 73,000, and again, due to the new GASB. With the higher sales, obviously our enterprise liability increases, and we had an increase of 441,000 compared to last year. And this is just based on our sales, number of winners, so on and so forth. And lastly, our transfer obligation, which is related to our bottom line, increased by 377,000 compared to last year. Towards the very bottom, the non-current, I guess not quite bottom, non-current liabilities of 4,119,000. This is approximately 225,000 higher than last year. Most of the increase was due to the new GASB, as I mentioned, and we had an offset with our pension liability, which actually went down. Lease liability increased by a net of 788,000. And pension liability decreased by 607,000 compared to last year. Again, the pension is calculated by D of A for all agencies. They just do it on our behalf and get it on our books. So overall, the increase and decreases that you see here gave us total assets of 12.5 million. And this is roughly 1.6 million higher than last year at this time. Is there any questions on that statement?
None here.
All right, the statement of revenue, expenses and changes, this is where you're gonna see the differences compared to the first statement, but for the 9 months ended March 31st, we had revenue of 118,805,000. This is an increase of 29,269,000 compared to last year, or a 32.7% increase. As you can see, for the 9 months ended, scratch revenue bumped up a little bit by 0.7%. Powerball increased 61.5%. Montana cash increased 152%. Montana Millionaire, because obviously the additional tickets, I think there was 30,000 and additional.
Correct,
Yeah.
yes.
So that gave us an increase of 12% compared to last year. Mega Millions increased 161.7%. Lucky for Life increased 4.1. Lotto America 61.7. Sports Bet increased by 28.8%. On the flip side, we had two decreases, which were very small. Treasure Play decreased by 1.7%. And Big Sky Bonus decreased by 2.8%. Going down to the kind of next section there, we have direct game costs, which, as you know, is directly related to our sales. So if sales increase, so do our expenses. We had direct game costs of 20,925,000. 23. 23. Anyways, we had an increase of 28.2% compared to last year. The increase in operating revenues and the increase in direct game costs resulted in net operating revenue of 23,753,000. This is 8.3 million higher than last year. The big section in the middle, operating expenses. We had operating expenses of 3,658,000. This is an increase by 182,000 compared to last year, or a 5.2% increase. Many variances, as always, lots of increases and decreases, but as far as the bigger changes, we had an increase in our personnel services, advertising and production, and communications expense. Still hear me?
It's just that.
Yeah, they can still hear us. Yeah.
Personnel expenses, they increased by roughly 110,000 compared to last year. This is just normal increases in pay, filled positions versus last year, and just normal increases in benefits and pensions. Advertising and advertising production increased 92,000. As I always say, this can go up or down based on needs, whether we have high jackpots, promotions, things like that. So that's kind of volatile there based on our needs. And communications expense increased by 83,000 compared to last year. Many factors in that, but the main thing would be the cost of our UPS shipping compared to last year. It's increased by quite a bit. Continue to go up. Exactly. So other than that, the little section down at the bottom are non-operating revenue expenses. These decreased by 36,000. And this is due to our sale of our vehicles that we had last year that we don't have this year. So the combination of a 54.2% increase in net operating revenue, 5.2% increase in operating expenses, resulted in a quarterly transfer of 4,820,000. This is 969,000 higher than last year's third quarter, or a 25.1% increase. Any questions on that page? All right, next page is the same thing, just budget to actual. As of the 9 months. As you can see, I mean, we're doing great. We're at 102.58% of budgeted revenue. 102.67% of direct game costs, which obviously go up usually by about the same percentage. Total operating expenses were at 72.42% of budget. Our bottom line was 111.15%. Any questions on that one?
Looks good.
All right, our last page, and as you know, this is just an analysis of revenue, expenses, net profit by game, based on how allocations time are spent on each of these games. Go through these numbers here at the bottom. Scratch ended up at 12.55% net profit. Last year was 10.83. Powerball is at 36.15%. Last year was 35.04. Montana Cash was 30.67. Last year was 28.3. Montana Millionaire, pretty much exact, 26.98% this year. 26.06% last year. Mega Millions, 36.84. Last year was 38.33. Treasure Play about the same, 11.87%. Last year was at 12.96. Lucky for Life, 22.85 versus 29.76%. Big Sky Bonus, 14.68 versus 15.55 last year. Lotto America, about last year.
Excuse me.
Lotto America is pretty much exact, 34.43% versus last year's 34.34%. And sports bet, lastly, was 5.97%, but last year was 3.85. And unless there's questions, the following 29 pages are notes of the financials. Are any questions?
That looks great. I don't have any questions. How about Commissioner Morris or Commissioner Iverson?
I don't have any questions. Just a great year so far. I mean, to exceed the budgeted revenues in three quarters is amazing. And you got high prizes again, so this fourth quarter should be pretty strong again. And glad to see you back, Armin, too.
Thank you.
Yeah, good to see you, Armand. Thanks for the presentation, and thanks. Is Steve still with us?
Looks like he dropped off.
Oh, yeah. He did drop off.
We need to get him back.
Yeah, because I'll move for approval.
Let me see if I can text him here.
Yeah.
You got his cell number?
Yeah, I do.
Give him a shout.
I honestly think there are network issues in town.
In town.
Yeah, we're having quite a few network issues today.
Maybe we can just get him on the phone and
Yeah, maybe we could just
Put him
call
on
him and get him
speaker.
on speaker.
Give him a second to respond here. Hey, Steve, do you mind if I just put you on speakerphone here? Okay. Yeah, I honestly think there are network issues going on here in town, but you are on speaker. And can you hear us okay? Yeah. Everybody hear Steve? Yes.
Okay, thanks, Steve. Did you, Commissioner Iverson made a motion to approve the financial report. Did you get a chance to watch most of that and review the financials yourself? Are you comfortable seconding the motion?
I saw most of it, yeah.
Okay.
On that motion.
Yes, a second is needed.
Leah, did you hear him? He seconded.
Okay, great. So the motion's been moved and seconded. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Okay, hearing none, that the motion and the financial report are approved. Any other business for today? Director Sales?
We might ask if there's any public comment from,
Oh,
we
correct.
have a couple people online.
Sorry about that. Yeah, any public comment out there, Mike?
Looking for hands raised. We see none.
And if there's no public comment, that's all we have for today.
Okay. Well, thanks again, everybody, for taking the time to do this, and Armin, good to see you back, and hope you're feeling better, and hope you guys have a great rest of your summer, and look forward to seeing everybody this fall.
The only thing I would say, Mr. Chairman, would be just a reminder that our next in-person meeting is at the 12th of September.
This, I believe it is
It's
scheduled
Tuesday.
for the Tuesday, September 12th, I believe is the next.
Okay.
Oh, no.
Or is it the 14th?
No, I believe it is
What is the 14th?
the 14th. Yeah, I would need to go back and check.
You can follow up with an email.
In fact, give me 1 minute. I didn't pull the, give me 1 second.
I didn't say anything, but
Okay. Let me pull the, there we go. I believe we have it on the agenda with the
yeah, I believe it is at the bottom of the agenda, but unfortunately I don't have it in front of me.
pardon me for taking a minute.
The agenda I'm looking at,
September 14th.
okay,
September 14th is the next meeting. Yeah,
Okay.
Thursday.
okay.
yeah, the Thursday.
Thank you, gentlemen.
All right, thanks, guys.
Thank you, everybody.
Sounds good. Yep, bye.
Have a great day. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Ending the meeting for all.